want to talk about one last subject with you, Congresswoman. You have dismissed the idea that Hillary Clinton could face any legal troubles over her private email server as, quote, ludicrous. How do you know that?
I'm simply confident that as the investigation continues, that Hillary Clinton has made it clear, and there are scores of individuals who are associated with the federal government that have indicated that it's clear that she conducted herself completely legally, that she was able to use private email just like previous Republican and Democratic secretaries of state. And I think that at the end of the day, this is going to amount to nothing more than an investigation. When they take a close look, I think she's going to be fine.
The reason I ask is the FBI has dozens of agents who have been investigating this issue for months. And just this week, FBI Director James Comey said that this could go on well past, or at least past, the Democratic convention in July. You know, there's got to be something there that they're investigating. Are you saying it's all a waste of time?
I'm not commenting on it one way or the other than to say that it is ludicrous to keep raising. Yes, and I'm going to say it again. It's ludicrous to keep raising the question of whether this plays out to an unfortunate end. Hillary Clinton has released 55,000 pages of emails. It has provided the most transparency of probably any previous presidential candidate in terms of the conversations that she's had as Secretary of State, as a public official. It is completely available for perusal by the press, and she was doing something and using private email in the same way that previous secretaries of state have done.
You know that's not true.
According to the policy that she was allowed
nobody says that's true. Nobody.
Other than the private server.
Well,
right.
Other than the private server is a big deal, and nobody had 30,000 work emails on their private server or private email period. So, I mean, the comparisons to Colin Powell I mean, that's just not true. Congressman.
It certainly is true, because Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, John Kerry all used private email to communicate with their staff.
Yeah,
and
maybe a dozen, not 30,000.
I'm not counting, but over the course of her term, she used private email and was allowed to use private email. That's not in dispute, and she's released 55,000 pages of emails. At the end of the day, this is a distraction, because the American people are going to decide who they vote for president based on who they believe is going to continue to move us forward and help everybody who wants to succeed have a fair shot to do so. And what they're not going to vote on is distractions like this one. And they're certainly not going to choose any one of the Republican candidates who think that we should continue and go back to policies that focus on the wealthiest, most fortunate Americans, that are extreme, like Donald Trump suggesting that we're going to deport 11 million people.
All right, Congresswoman.
Or that we're going to ban an entire religion from coming into the country. That's the choice.
All right. I thank you very much. We'll have you back, and you can continue the conversation. Thanks so much for sharing part of your weekend with us.
Look forward to it.